Well, hey everybody, Gio here.
Juan Carlos.
And we're coming to you from the car, and that means one thing.
Road trip.
Road trip! Woo woo! Where are we going?
Cayos de la Florida. Florida Keys.
The Florida Keys, with our ultimate destination being Key West. Super excited, we're on a road trip. We're going down for a little weekend adventure, and it's the OutLoud Key West weekend. And that's our friends Brian and John and their YouTube channel, OutLoud. So we'll show you a whole other video about all of the goings on at this festivities that we're going to. But we're going to take you with us on this amazing drive on the overseas highway from Miami to Key West. And we're going to do a lot of stops along the way. We're going to see things. And Juan Carlos, have you ever been to the Florida Keys?
No. It's going to be my first time.
Crazy, right? Never been. Have you been to the Florida Keys? Let us know. Put a comment below. Where's your favorite place to go? What's your favorite key? We're going to give you our overview of our drive all the way to Key West today. Hopefully you enjoy the ride with us. How excited are you?
Very exciting.
Yeah, we're super excited. Okay, everyone, so we just got off the Florida Turnpike, and we are officially on the road to the Keys. First stop is Key Largo, and what we're doing is a little alternate drive. So if you ever drive from Fort Lauderdale or Miami to Key West, you take the Turnpike, but if you take Card Sound Road, which is what we are currently on, our first stop is going to be a place called Alabama Jack's. Now listen, I know it's called Alabama, we're in Florida, what the heck, right? Well, Alabama Jack's is a place that sits right on the water, and it is purported to have Florida's best conch fritter. So stay tuned, we're going to be at Alabama Jack's shortly. First stop is Alabama Jack's. All right, so we're sitting here. We got a beautiful view of the water. Check it out.
See?
And I just put an order. We're just gonna have a couple sodas and an order of conch fritters, and then get back on the road. What do you think of the atmosphere of this place?
It's interesting, yeah.
Thank you.
It's very South Florida.
Yeah, I mean it's what many would consider a dive bar, right? It's definitely open air, very Florida Keys. Lots of license plates, and there's money on all of the columns everywhere. People sign dollar bills and put them up on the walls, and you'll see that throughout the Florida Keys. Lots of the Keys, little hometown bars and restaurants. It's sort of a popular thing to do. We could do. Dragonfly wanted a sip of his soda. But yeah, it's an open air restaurant, so if you're coming here and it's hot outside like it is today, 92 degrees, don't fret because they have giant fans.
Yeah,
and so
it feels
it's not
nicer.
too bad.
Yeah.
Nice place to stop for our first.
This is my first Florida Keys taste.
Yeah.
Shikanki.
All right, everyone. Our giant conch fritter has arrived. Typically, when you get conch fritters, they're like little round balls. But here at Alabama Jack's, you get one gigantic conch fritter that's folded in half and served with limes, cocktail sauce, tartar sauce, and we're just gonna break it apart.
We got conky.
Marina right there.
It's very hot, so I'm gonna use my fork.
Cuidado, está caliente.
Cuidado, see. First bite.
See? Can I put some lemon?
Oh yeah. Squeeze some lime all over it.
Squeeze it, squeeze it.
It's so good. Perfectly crispy on the outside like it should be, and then you got the nice creamy texture of the conch and the breading on the inside. This is what Keys are famous for. If you find yourself in the Keys, you must get some conch fritters.
Rico.
Good stuff. So if you've been to the Florida Keys and you've had conch fritters, where are your favorite conch fritters? Put a comment below, let us know. So this thing was massive. We're both full, and we still have that much left. I'll force myself to do one little. Oh, you say Manatee?
Yeah,
There's a manatee.
Oh, sí, cool.
All right, so if you're wondering what we paid for 2 Diet Pepsis and the giant Conch Fritter, $27 for both, and I think it was a pretty good deal. I mean, it's certainly not cheap, but
Giant.
it was ginormous. So even if you're 3 or 4 people, you could eat that. So definitely, I think, worth it and very delicious. All right, next stop coming up. Right as you leave Alabama Jack's, right here, you're at the base of a bridge overlooking one of the first waterways, giant waterways. So I'm gonna have Juan Carlos pan that camera. All right, so we are now officially at the intersection where we are getting on the Overseas Highway here in Key Largo. As you can see, Key Largo, Key West. If we go back the other way, we're going towards Homestead in Miami. Continuing our journey. Are you ready?
Sí.
Yay! All right, we're at our second stop here in the Florida Keys. Still in Key Largo. We are at John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. And this park is the first underwater sea park in the United States.
Ah, okay.
So you can go snorkeling here, you can go swimming here, you can take a glass bottom boat ride. Beautiful reefs just off the shoreline here. And it's a beautiful park run by the state of Florida. And we highly recommend that you come and check it out. It's part of the Florida park experience. So Amor, don't you love fish and sea life and everything?
I love it.
What's your favorite sea creature?
Killer whales,
Killer whales?
I guess, yeah.
Mine are sea turtles, and you can see them here. All right, moving on to our next destination. All right, we just hopped over to our next key. We're in Islamorada now, and or as Juan Carlos says,
Islamorada.
all right, here we are at stop number 3 in Islamorada. We are standing in front of the iconic
Betsy.
Betsy. Well, she's a lobster.
She's lobster. She's
But-
lobstery.
She's been here for over 40 years, and we're at the Rain Barrel Village, which is a village featuring a lot of local artisans from the Keys. And so we're gonna take a walk around here and show you, but this is a very famous place to come and take a photo because, you know, she's pretty cool. So Juan Carlos, what were you saying as we pulled in? What were you?
That this sculpture reminds me of those old movies, like back in the 80s, the creature movies like ants.
Oh,
and,
yeah. The big giant creatures
Yep.
and spiders and arachnids. Anyway, she's pretty cool. Let's go check this place out. And they even have a little wishing well here. I don't have any coins on me, so I guess our wishes are not going to come true. Look at that face. But yeah, I like this little village. It's very quaint. And all these little artists. Let's keep strolling. So just because of the name, Tipsy Octopus, I gotta check it out.
I like this one better because it's got the pink
flamingo,
flamingo.
it's
It's pink.
And our tree is very eclectic. Perfect.
And it says Florida Keys.
Yeah. All right. So I'm feeling tipsy here at the Tipsy Octopus. So we picked up a little pink flamingo ornament for our tree.
Comes in a animal print bag.
It's perfect. Perfect for us. Super gay. But yeah, an eclectic little ornament, which is great. Florida Keys, flamingo.
Cute.
We always pick up an ornament, if you don't know, everywhere we travel. And that's our Christmas tree in Costa Rica every year. Brings back memories. Yeah. All right. Continuing on. All right, everyone, we are here at our next stop on our adventure trip down to Key West, world famous Robbie's. We got a bucket of fish directly behind us, our tarpin. Juan Carlos is a little nervous. He does not like to get his hands dirty. But what you do is you take the fish, you dangle it over the water, and the tarpin come out we're gonna do it.
Look at that big pelican.
And-
It's like all over.
And we have to avoid the pelicans. So it's sort of like a game. No pelicans, feed the fish. Let's do it. All right.
Careful with the pelicans.
I know.
They're on the look.
They're on the lookout.
Yes.
Here we go. Whoa! I got a little scrape. Yeah,
Oh, you get a tourist tattoo.
I got a little scratch. That was crazy. And I got a little. It's fine. I'll survive. Oh, maybe there are some.
You. Uy, qué miedo.
You gotta get a little lower. Lower, lower, lower.
Uy, qué miedo.
You gotta do it again. Hurry, I want to wash my hands.
No, almost one of those birds almost take it. Ew.
About 6 inches from the water.
A little lower, a little lower.
Way lower.
Lower, lower, lower.
I don't want to be scratched.
What's up, buddy? All right, so we survived the tarpon feeding. Barely. I got an injury. The very first tarpon that jumped out. They don't have teeth, but somehow it scraped me. And it's, you know, it's just a scratch on the surface, but it was bleeding a little bit, so.
And that got me scared, so I...
So he was afraid to go too close to the water. But it was still fun. It's still a cool place to stop. And again, as the young lady said, I got a tarpon tattoo as a memory. So there you go. You know, I just cleaned it up with my little first aid kit, and I'll just monitor it, make sure I don't get some sort of infection. But I'll just keep it clean, no worries. But yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It's fun to... Like, you have to be looking in all directions because you have birds flying and the pelicans next to you, like, ready.
Yeah, those pelicans are going to grab it, and he was holding one, yelling at the pelican, and a seagull snatched the fish right out of his hand. so yeah, this is a cool little stop for a 15-20 minute stop. Spend a little money, get a bucket of fish. Why not? Something to do. All right, continuing on our next adventure. As you can see the sign behind us, we have made it to the foot of the 7 Mile Bridge. We're about to go over on our way down to Key West. And the cool thing is that this bridge was actually built in 1983.
Okay.
And it replaced the old Flagler Railroad, which was the only way to get down to the Keys in the old days. And as you drive down or back up from the Keys, you'll see lots of pieces of the old Flagler Railroad. And most of the old Flagler Railroad are now pedestrian walk paths where you can go out and you know, take a little stroll. You can do some fishing. There's a lot of different parts of it. And my understanding is in the future they hope to kind of connect the old railroad all the way down to Key West.
That'd be nice.
That'd be a long walk.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to drive over the bridge now, take you with us, check it out, and we'll see you at our next stop. As you can see, for about a mile behind us, you've got a bike path and a walking path. And this is part of what was the old Flagler Railroad. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's hot. Back to the car. Key West! All right, as you can see, mile marker 0. We made it all the way to the end of the overseas highway, or if we cross the street, we'll be at the beginning. So the drive was amazing, yes, Amora?
Yes.
All the little stops. Certainly glad we made it here to Key West. We hope you enjoyed our adventure, right? Any highlights? What was your favorite stop?
The fish.
Yeah, feeding the tarpon. And I still have my tarpon tattoo, as they say. So, yeah, good times. And one more thing, remember, happiness is a lifestyle.